Watch out! We have a pressing global crisis on our hands. Korea is going crazy. We're gonna go to war, nukes are gonna start flying everywhere, Chinese people are gonna stop making stuff for us, and it's gonna be awful. Not really. Here's the thing. North Korea is like a bad little puppy dog that won't stop peeing on your floor. South Korea is kind of like the floor, though. You see, South Korea, fortunately for them, they can't really fight back. The floor can't really say, I don't want to be peed on. I don't enjoy urine all over me. North Korea kind of just decides that they have a good ally, China. I'm gonna get rid of the whole dog peeing on the floor metaphor right now, because it doesn't even make any sense anymore. Think that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a lot of times, out of nowhere, that they can just push South Korea around. South Korea might actually be bigger than North Korea, geographically. Politically, military-wise, North Korea is a teeny little country that packs a big punch. North Korea has had problems, obviously, for ages. It is a communist country. No communist country has ever had any good end to it. And yes, they pretty much all have ended, or come to an end. I mean, China, North Korea, Cuba? I don't even know. Yeah, they're still existing. But they're not existing in the high level of, they don't have good luck. Or countries. So, some people are really worried because when stuff like this happens, I know when I first heard it, it was worrying. Anyone who doesn't know the story, make it short. South Korea says, I'm going to do artillery testing things. And North Korea says, well, it's allowed, I don't like it, stop. And South Korea says, no. And then North Korea said, okay, well then I'm going to shoot bombs at you. And then North Korea starts shooting artillery. South Korea has allies like Japan and the United States of America. Presently, or at least a while ago, we brought an anti-aircraft. We brought an aircraft carrier over there off the coast after the attack. We decided that we're going to keep an eye on them. We're going to show a big display of military power, so North Korea kind of backs off, and kind of let China know that, hey, you might want to look after your little pet, little commie pet. Slap him a few times, just stop misbehaving, because China's big, and frankly, I believe China has a lot of control over North Korea. They can ask them to do whatever, and they'll probably do it. If not, China could probably crush them with their pinky. So, the invasion. Don't worry. Look, some hysterics had been thinking that the U.S. could and should invade the country of North Korea? No. Here's why. I get a few reasons off the top of my head. Number one, the United States of America has not invaded a country with the intention of fighting that country's government in quite a while. Iraq doesn't count. The war on terror, that doesn't count. We're not fighting a government. I guess we technically are fighting a system of government that wants to come into power. Al-Qaeda, a terrorist organization, multiple terrorist organizations, but they're not the actual government in control of the country, even though it may look like they are. But anyway, if we went to war with North Korea, we'd obviously be going to war with the country of North Korea. So number one, we haven't done that in a long time. And even though the might of the U.S. military is pretty darn impressive, how well might we be able to handle it? I'm sure there are plans and procedures and people who know what they're doing, and I'm sure that we could pull it off. But it might not go as smoothly as we want. Another reason for not going smoothly, North Korea is heavily protected. North Korea has a large military presence everywhere. You cannot fly an AC-130 to Korea and fly right over Pyongyang's capital, North Korea, Pyongyang. You can't just fly right over Pyongyang. I hope I'm saying that right. Because it'll get shot down. You can fly an AC-130, we flew one right over Baghdad, we invaded Iraq. We could bring ships off the coast of Iraq very easily, because we're fighting terrorists, and I'm sure Iraq doesn't have that large of a navy anyway, even if we were fighting them. North Korea has a navy. I'm not sure if they call it a navy, but they certainly have sea presence. So basically, it would be kind of like invading D-Day, or invading Korea again. I mean, I don't know if that was an invasion during the Korean War. I don't know a lot about the Korean War. But yeah, anyway. So, it's not going to work out well. Geographically speaking, also, it's far away. I mean, not from the West Coast, but it's far away. And here's a big problem. Think about China. Would China rather lose North Korea as an ally and join us in a fight against North Korea? Or would they rather stay allies with North Korea and go for the U.S.? Some people would argue they'd stay allies with us. My opinion, they won't let their little communist friend out of their sight. They want them around. They know that they have nuclear capabilities, most likely. And, that's probably an asset they'd want to keep. I mean, as far as the U.S. goes, they do cheap labor for us, and then we sell them things that aren't worth anything in their country because the value of our dollar goes down, and they're like, basically they hold so much of our debt, plus the fact that it's worth less and less to them, that who wants to buy our goods anymore? Who wants to do that if they're not going to be worth anything? Let's see what else. So, okay. Microsoft. Great company, right? Well, as before in their management, they've made some stupid decisions. They almost always seem to make stupid decisions, in my opinion. That messes with one group or another. In the case of these little beauties, for example, I'm going to use this up here. This is a video game for the original Xbox console. I also own 360. The Xbox 360 plays any Xbox originals that are known as Platinum Hits. Platinum Hit. And such as this disc, which you can tell is the Platinum Hit. But that lasted for quite a while. And for example, on GameStop, or at GameStop, you purchase a used original Xbox game. On the price tag, if it says BC, that means it is backwards compatible. It will work with your Xbox 360. But I haven't done any research. I should have done that before I talked about this. There might be a way around it. There might have been something wrong. But the other day, I decided I was going to play some good old Battlefield 2 Modern Combat from my original Xbox. I placed it into the disk drive, it recognized the game, it loaded the game, and proceeded to tell me that it is no longer supported by the Xbox 360. I tried it with another game I do not recall, that I remember being able to play. It didn't work. Tried a few other games, they did work. So, at least 2 of my original Xbox games are no longer backwards compatible. What did Microsoft do? I have no idea. No idea why they do that, why they would care to do that. Okay. Anyone who has seen the machinima that I make knows that my main thing is a show called The Shore. It's in its 2nd season. This is the final season of The Shore. No, there will not be a 3rd season, I can guarantee you. I can promise you that. Unfortunately, for people who did want a 3rd season. The story will end here. The story is taking many changes. The episode coming out next is very action-packed, action-based, but after that, except for the big finale, it's taken a big turn. There's going to be some upsetting moments. There's going to be some romance in there, which is the hard part to go to for machinima, the main characters. There's going to be a lot more deeper story to it, and the end is going to be crazy as Lost. I won't ruin anything. Lost is awesome. So, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, so, with the sad moments, and the fact that I'm running out of time, and I really wanted to finish this video, but I'm going to be editing it down, so it might not be as long. I need some suggestions on sad songs. Any sad song that you have in mind, put it down there in the comments. I have one already in mind. I will probably use that, but I want to have some backups. I want a really good song, meaningful, deep, for me. I might even use some of them where I was planning to use other songs, because I've got the entire show laid out, but I thought I'd give some people a chance at it. Let's see. I will stop this video here. Edit it up some, send it off to YouTube, start a new one, see what happens.